In the heart of Baringo, a landmark step towards accessible justice was taken. The Legal Resources Foundation, in partnership with Diaconia and other stakeholders, launched the AJS Elders Forum and the Gender and Children's Desk, ushering in a new era of people-centered justice. The alternative justice system model is a people-centered justice approach rooted in traditional mechanisms. Adapted to align with Kenya's constitution, it offers communities a pathway to resolve disputes outside formal courtrooms.
Wananchi wenyewe waanze kuamua ni wazee wa gani watakuwa wakisuluhisha mizozo ambazo kesi zimetumwa kutoka mahakama kwao. Bali na hizo kesi ambazo watakuwa wakitumiwa na mahakama, wataweza pia kuweza kusuluhisha kesi ambazo kwa kawaida huwa wanasuluhisha pale kwa msaada ya chief, pale wakiwa chini ya mti. Ndiposa tukaenda through baraza, inaitwa recruitment of elders through the barazas. Na wengi wenu mlishuhudia mkiwa na ward administrators, tukiongozwa pia na ACCs wetu na paralegals wetu. Tunashukuru ya kwamba tulipata the best.
Continued to implement the work in this area. We also saw the need to bridge the gap between the formal and the informal justice system, hence the equipping of elders with the right knowledge according to our constitution to be able to deal with the access to justice issues at the community level. So the elders have been trained, well equipped to be able to respond to issues around human rights violations, dispute resolution, and many other aspects within this community. And therefore, the training has happened. We have well-equipped AJS elders who we are commissioning today. This area being a rural and pastoralist community, of course, a formal justice system and access to justice through the formal means may be very expensive in terms of the distance, financial, and many other barriers that affect access to justice. And therefore, access to justice elders, alternative justice elders who will be placed in this community, who are well known and trusted, will be able to provide that support from the community level, be able to provide dispute resolution, and work closely with other actors, work closely with the judiciary on the ground, work with police or law enforcement officers to ensure that justice is delivered on time, quickly or speedily, and able to help the community at least address legal issues that they have.
Lady Justice Raquel Ngetich presided over the launch ceremony, emphasizing the judiciary support for inclusive and alternative forms of justice.
It's my pleasure to join you today here in Chemolingot for official launch of TIATI Alternative Justice Systems Platform and Gender and Children's Desk at Chemolingot Police Station. Allow me to appreciate LRF, the Legal Resource Foundation, alongside a long-standing and impactful civil society organization that for over 3 decades has championed access to justice for the vulnerable and the marginalized communities in Kenya. I am aware that together with the support of Swedish Embassy through Diaconia, LRF has undertaken commendable job in TIATI. I'm aware that 21 AJS practitioners have been trained, 23 gender and children desk protection officers, 55 paralegals, and this is a transformative investment in the grassroots justice delivery. These efforts speak not only to capacity building, but to real structural change in the society, and it has enhanced access to justice in the society.
Makofi! Tusaidiwe na OCPD wetu kufungua mlango. OCPD asaidie jaji wetu kufungua ule mlango na amwashe in. Lakini naona hiyo step ni ndefu. Good. Mwanaharakati wetu wa kwanza. Na ninaomba niwekeo hiyo simu vizuri.
Presiding Judge, Justice Rachel Ngetich, Presiding Judge, Kabarnet High Court, on launch of GBV and Children Protection Desk. Congratulations.
Wow.
The launch of GBV and Children Desk here at Chemolingot Police Station is a powerful step in addressing the deeply rooted challenges of gender-based violence and child protection. The survivors of GBV often suffer in silence due to stigma, fear, or lack of support structures. So with this desk now operational and staff trained, we are assured that cases will be processed in a professional manner, and the dignity of the victims will be protected. So to the newly trained elders being formally presented today, I extend my warmest congratulations to you. Your role in AJS is both historic and constitutional, as it is provided for under Article 159(2)(c) of the Constitution. The Constitution recognizes traditional dispute resolution mechanism as a complementary part to formal court processes. With the training you have received, you are now better equipped to ensure justice is fair, inclusive, right-based, and respectful of all persons, especially women, children, and the marginalized in the society. Your service will greatly support the judiciary in reducing case backlog, decongestion of prisons, and also it will ensure that there will be peace and cohesion in the community. The collaboration seen today among the civil society, the police, the judiciary, development partners, and local leadership reflects a historic approach to justice, and it shows that access to justice is not just about courts, judgments, and ruling and orders from court, but about empowerment, awareness, dignity, and community healing. As Kabarnet High Court and the wider judiciary family, we stand ready to work closely with those stakeholders here to ensure this platform and the JBV desk, the AJS working committee, the AJS practitioners will are sustained and supported in the long run.
The other aspect or the other main issue we are addressing today is the whole issue of gender justice, and again informed by the barriers that are there as a result of when people are reporting cases at the police stations. They require, especially women, girls and children, they require a safe haven where they're able to express themselves, what happened, and therefore the officers who are taking up those cases are able to provide the necessary support in a very safe environment. And as a result of that, that's why we are launching the Gender and Children Protection Unit, where they will ensure that they do that in a very dignified way, where there is confidence to report cases and to speak about the issues that they are facing. So this is a huge milestone because we believe that the women and girls and children and any other member of society need to be heard, need to be listened to in a very safe environment, and that's what Gender and Protection Unit will be providing for the community in this area. Thank you.
This was not just a graduation. It marked the commissioning of dedicated justice ambassadors, those trained under the Gender and Children Desk, including officers from the National Police Service, were issued with certificates, elders who completed the paralegal program received identification jackets and tags, making their role in community-based justice.
We expect that they'll be able to, do that in accordance with our constitution, be able to bridge the gap between the informal and the formal justice system.
Today we are here to witness the graduation of paralegals. They have undergone training in various aspects of the law, and we expect them to assist the communities to solve some of the problems that they have. We find it very, very important that we find it critical that we support this kind of work, because paralegals are the link between the justice system and the communities. They work in the communities, they are basics in the law, they know the challenges and the problems that the communities have. So they act as a very good link between the justice system and the community. And therefore, as LRF, we have gone out of our way to ensure that they have the basic skills. So we know that they are aware of community issues, but we provide them with the additional information and skills and their rights. So we train them on issues like children's rights, land law, family law, and aspects of that kind. So these are the ones. These are the areas that they use to assist their communities to solve some of the problems. We have also gone into the area of alternative justice, which we think is important. So that instead of people going to court with all sorts of problems, some of those problems can be solved outside the court. But we also ensure that there are some basic rules and principles that are adhered to when they are solving some of those problems, so that it doesn't also become counterproductive.
This is important because, as you know, first of all, the AJS system is recognized in the Constitution. The 2010 Constitution recognized the work of the AJS system. The AJS system complements the formal court system. One, it's very important. It helps the communities to access justice and also realize their rights. It's easy, very affordable. It's sensitive to the cultural norms. It just basically helps communities to resolve the dispute in a way that is appropriate to them. And as an organization, LRF, with support of our partners at Diakonia and Embassy of Sweden, we've invested heavily in this process, training the elders and providing them the tools and equipment to do this kind of work. This work, it complements the work of the court. We have seen that it has helped to reduce the backlog, the case backlogs, has helped communities to access justice in a very quick manner, and is also equally very affordable. But we still recognize that there's a lot of needs. Here, the elders who have been trained are only 21, coming from 7 wards of TIT East. The needs are great and vast, so we need to invest much more in that process to expand it so that it covers the whole of the county. The other thing is that there are a lot of issues. We recognize that the AJS, most of the community members, between 80 to 90% of the issues are handled outside courts. So that points to the need that is massively there. We also recognize that the legal empowerment of communities is also very low, and people are not yet realize their rights, so they're not able to reap the benefits as envisaged in the Constitution. So that's why we are here. This is just the first steps, and of course with support of our partners, we hope that we'll do much more kind of work, empowering the elders to ensure that the communities access their rights, but also catalyze the process of access to justice. Thank you.
One of the day's most powerful moments was the release of a young boy who has been imprisoned for several months. Through AJS reconciliation efforts, justice took a human form: forgiveness.
Nashukuru walalamishi kwa kuweza kujisamehe na kupitia hii kesi ambazo lakini si rahisi kila mtu asamehe, kila mtu ana tofauti. Naidi ya kwamba nikirudi kwa jamii naenda kurekebika na kukaa vizuri na mambo ya
Beyond the legal frameworks, the community came alive with music, dance and stories, a celebration of identity and progress.
Don't
With the support of Diakonia and the Embassy of Sweden in Kenya, the Legal Resources Foundation continues to bring justice closer to the people.
To Legal Resource Foundation, the Swedish Embassy, through Diakonia, and all partners involved, your contribution to justice in Tiaty and Baringo County in general is invaluable. And to the people of Tiaty, today marks a new chapter in your journey towards equitable and accessible justice. So let this be more than a launch, let it be a legacy of transformation. So nikiongezea, ninasema ya kwamba, I just wish to bring to your attention.
Finally, I would want also to thank the law enforcement officers, and particularly the National Police Service, Chemolingot Police Station, for opening, the police station for community to be able to have this desk here. And today, as we are having this event, we have community members, community paralegals, AJS, elders, and others who have joined us today here. So we thank the partnership we have with the National Police Service, and particularly Chemolingot Police Station, for making it happen right at the Chemolingot Police Station. Thank you. I want to take also this opportunity to recognize the generous support from the Embassy of Sweden in Nairobi, or rather Swedish Embassy. We've worked with them for many years, especially in delivering solutions towards human rights and access to justice, and they have generously supported alternative justice system work in Kenya through Diakonia with a variety of partners, and at the same time also generously funded this gender and child protection unit in Chemolingot. I also want to recognize our partners who have dedicated their time, effort, and resources to be able to have this day today. I recognize the work of Legal Resources Foundation, a renowned actor in access to justice battles in the country. The Christian Impact Mission, they've supported themselves in this region to be able to provide durable solutions around women economic empowerment, access to justice needs, gender related needs, and many other things that they are doing in this community. Equally Equips Kenya, women economic empowerment in cooperatives, and many other initiatives that they have in Kenya. We recognize the long-standing partnership with these partners, and their dedication towards addressing the community needs. Thank you.
Strengthening access to justice, empowering community. This is Nakazo
Hiyo shangwe iko chini sana.